I used to go to bed at 9 o'clock every night. Every night. Every single night. Religiously. I didn't care if the Cowboys were playing. The good Lord himself could have come down and have a conversation with me. I'm going to bed at 9 o'clock.
Another lesson learned was, and we've talked about this quite a bit, is the internet and connectivity. So you're saying that since I bought 3 T-shirts that I need to go in there and clean out my T-shirt drawer, that's been a struggle.
Yeah. I don't think there's any real easy way, to be
No,
honest with you.
I don't think so.
This is kind of going to be what it is.
Yeah.
Welcome to 99 Adventures, the podcast where the campsite stories are all about the RV lifestyle. We're your hosts, Alan and Kim, fellow lovers of all things RV living. Here on 99 Adventures, we explore the highs and pickups of life on wheels, whether it's discovering hidden gems off the beaten path or tackling the realities of RV living. But we're not just about the travel, we're about the taste, too. In every episode, we'll cook up something special right from the RV kitchen or campsite. So get hooked up, grab your skillet, and let's hit the road. It's time for 99 Adventures, where the journey and the flavors never stop.
Welcome to another episode of 99 Adventures.
Hello?
We usually say what's cooking, but we don't have anything today.
No. We kind of got out of that phase.
We do it sometimes, every once in a while.
Every now and then.
We have been RVing full time in our rig for a year. Can you believe it?
So this is a wrap up of our first year full time.
Right.
Right. So.
But can you believe it that it's been over a year. Does it even feel like it?
Not really. No.
It doesn't.
Same thing.
Yeah.
To me. Sure. I didn't mow any grass.
You kind of mowed some grass while we've been here.
Not a house grass.
Not an acre and a half worth of grass.
Yeah.
And weed eating around landscaping and all the things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to do a wrap up of our first year, talk about some lessons learned throughout this process, and then looking forward, I think, to our next year and what that will look like. Mm-hmm. What are some big picture lessons that we learned? I think let's start with where we came from in case anybody hasn't watched us before.
I wrapped up a 30-year career in the government, and Kim is still remotely working from wherever we're at. Sold everything, sold the house, sold all the contents, and now kind of that's where we're at. That's it in a nutshell, right?
Yeah. Once our kiddos flew the nest, we have a daughter who's married, living in California, and our son is in college. And it took a year. It was about a year long, maybe a year and a half long process of us getting ready to do this. Mm-hmm. And when we first went full time, Alan was working full time. So we were both working full time from the rig. And I think what ended up happening, the reality of that was that for you, the job didn't really pan out.
No, didn't meet my expectations, for sure. So.
And we just decided mostly you decided.
Just retire,
Just retire, yeah. So that changed our reality quite a bit. And what happened with that is that kind of led to where we are today in Colorado, which we'll get to that in a little bit. But what did you think it was going to be like? Do you have any differences in what you thought it was going to be like and compared to what it is or what it has been?
No, I really, really and truly don't, because we've been RVing prior to this rig. We've had 3 smaller rigs. And so we knew, how to RV. So to me, they're really realities been the same.
Yeah, I think we prepared a lot, though. We prepped.
Yeah, we prepped. I think, though, and don't take this the wrong way, I think that it'd be a more fair question to ask what reality versus actuality is if I was doing this with kids. Like that would be a bigger adjustment. It's just the 2 of us, grown adults. To me, I hadn't blinked an eye, to be honest with you.
So you kind of feel like the trade-off versus the freedom that we've had to do what we want to do, it's been a good thing.
I think it has.
I mean, we don't have a house or property that we have to maintain. We don't have an address, those kinds of things, that kind of stuff. But you give up some of that for the freedom of being able to just go,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We talk about this a lot, about traveling, how we like to travel, and what we've done over this last year is we get to a spot and we stay there for,
An extended period of time.
yeah, an
You know,
extended period of time.
no less than 6 weeks.
Yeah. We talk about how we like that concept because we just like to slow down, take everything in, get to know an area.
It kind of goes hand in hand, in my opinion, right? Not everybody thinks this way, but it goes hand in hand with the RV lifestyle, right? Is to slow down.
Slow down. Yeah. So we're not moving
Yeah.
every
no,
week.
No.
And I think, honestly, if we did, we would get
I think I'd get burnt out.
burnout real quick. And I think we'd probably get in some little tiffs because we'd be tired and worn out. And
Yeah. Yeah. But again, that's what we prefer, right? I mean, different strokes for different folks. Other people like to move around and quickly and
Yeah.
and those types of things and see as much as you can in a short amount of time.
So those were our kind of like big picture, what our expectations were, what we've had to give up in order to do this lifestyle, and the fact that we prefer the slowing down and go slow, travel slow. We had some practical lessons for sure, like our little RV maintenance surprise.
Yeah.
Really, it was just one surprise.
Yeah. As far as RVs go, you hear nightmares about them always breaking down and so forth and so forth. Knock on wood, we really only had one issue, and that was our heater, which was a fiasco all in itself, dealing with the dealership and so forth. But
And we did end up out of the rig for 3 weeks.
I think probably the biggest lesson learned there is that be smart with your money, because when you do have an issue, you're going to spend some money in a motel or Airbnb or whatever while your rig is in service. I don't think we need to revisit the whole thing. It's just
No.
that is the lesson, right?
Sure.
You better have some money, and substantial money.
Yeah.
I would plan on worst case scenario, if you have to take your rig in for any kind of service, and budget at least $2,500 for that time period. And then that is worst case scenario. It could be as little as $500. You spend a couple of days in a motel or half a month in an Airbnb. You know what? Airbnb would be $2,000 a month.
Yeah.
Somewhere around in there.
Yeah.
If we didn't have family to stay with, we would have been, what? How many weeks?
Close to a month.
A month, yeah.
It
So
would have
there
been
you
a
go.
month.
So that to me, that is the golden rule on that, on dealerships, and kind of our lesson learned with that is that if we're in Maine or in California or whatever, where we don't have family, we're going to have to budget that stuff too. I think that's the biggest lesson there.
For sure.
Yeah.
What about stuff? Our practical lessons on stuff and having stuff in the rig, packing. What do you think about, what lesson do we learn? Any lessons from that? Maybe I should have
Other
answered that.
than men think differently than women. For instance, I bought 3 new pair of blue jeans, and when I got home, 3 old pair of blue jeans left. So, hey, again, I'm still big on the weight thing, and
The weight.
the weight of the
rig,
overall
if it's
rig
not the trailer.
and stuff. I'm cognizant about buying stuff. Even little things matter. You know, they really do.
So you're saying that since I bought 3 T-shirts, that I need to go in there and clean out my T-shirt drawer?
Exactly. Yes. Go to the bottom, because it never gets rotated anyway.
We'll see. Maybe.
Less is more.
Yeah. Because-
Less is more.
And I think you make do with whatever you have. Like, we don't have everything that we had in our kitchen. We have the basics, and we always manage to just make
But-
do with
yeah, I
it.
know. But then think about all the stuff that you have in your house, and how many times do you actually use that stuff?
Yeah.
Whereas in an RV, you tend to get the stuff that you absolutely use.
Yeah.
You don't keep stuff that you're going to use it once a year. You just can't think that way, I don't believe. Less is more, I believe, is our lesson there, right?
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Some lifestyle lessons. So this is just talking about how we live day to day in the RV and traveling and all of that. Budgeting. So we really haven't had an issue with budgeting because we stay at least a month.
But we also work camp.
Well, that's where I was going with that.
Yeah, we work camp, and
Yeah.
that's a big deal when you're staying, like the park that we're at right now. If we were to pay a month stay here, it's over $1,200.
Yeah.
So that's $1,200 that we're not spending.
Plus
and
electricity.
Plus electricity, yeah. We could spend that much money, but why? Like you're
So just to go back a little bit, when we first went on the road, or first went full time, in the RV, Alan, both of us were working from the rig. So it was like we were still both on our full time salaries, right? And we pay for our spots all the way through. We started in July-ish timeframe, and we paid for a spot all the way through May. But when Alan decided to be fully retired, we started kicking around the idea of doing the work camping thing. And we've had a wonderful experience with it so far. I fully expect our next work camping spot will be just as enjoyable. So we don't have to pay for the spot. We don't have to pay for electricity. Here, we don't have to pay for propane, for firewood. If I need to use the laundry, I wouldn't have to pay for that. And so there's a lot of perks, and everybody's always feeding each other. We have get-togethers. The park we have little get-togethers. They provide food and drinks and things like that. So it's been just a great experience.
I just can't say enough about work camping, honestly.
Yeah.
When you come from a 40-hour a week job and you go to a campground and they ask you for 15 to 20 hours a week,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll do that in a day. If you want me to, I'll just knock out all my hours in one day and then I'll be off for the rest of the time. But as it stands, I work 3 days a week for a total of, I think it works out to 16 hours a week. So it's no big deal for what you get in return. You know?
Correct.
So
That keeps our budget pretty low, and the also slowing down on the travel, not traveling as much, so we don't have as much in gas and things like that. So that's what we do.
you know, we spend money when we spend money in a local community, going and doing
true.
things. Check out Kim's latest video it's kind of a wrap up of all the things that we've done.
It's on our social
It's
medias.
on our social medias. It's a really good video. But all the stuff you see in that video are things that we spent our money on. That's our budget.
Yeah.
The adventures.
Yeah.
Thus the name, 99 Adventures.
Yeah.
We're just telling you about our experience. Everybody is different. I say that time and time again in a lot of videos, is that everybody is going to be different in what they like and what they dislike and how they do things and how they don't do things and so forth. What works for us may not work for y'all. We're just giving you what, our experiences are.
And good tidbits and stuff that maybe if you're deciding to go on the road, you can take some of what we've learned and
work camp.
Yeah, for sure. So another lesson learned was, and we've talked about this quite a bit, is the internet and connectivity.
Yeah, well, we nipped that in the bud.
We did, but what we did initially was solely have Starlink, and it works beautifully most of the time in most places. But when we got here to Colorado with all of the trees, nope, it didn't work. And we now also have T-Mobile, the home away. And so our lesson there is that we have 2 internet options.
Two sources.
Actually, we have 3. We have our phones,
Yeah, you have hotspots and everything. And I don't want to spend, I don't think we need to spend a whole lot of time on
It's
this.
just a
'cause
lesson
we
learned.
have talked a lot about this.
Yes,
But, yeah, 2
at least.
sources.
Yeah, especially if you're working on the road. So this is something we haven't talked about at all, and that's community. And it is not, we have done well. We're sociable people, so we get out and meet the folks around us, go hang out, have conversations, that kind of thing. So we've built some new friendships, some lifelong friendships, I know, just in this year of being full-time RV. And I think one of the best communities we built is this one, work camping, with this work camping crew.
Oh yeah, I believe so. I believe that.
Yeah.
And I believe it'll be the same way in any place that we go to do a work camp gig.
Yeah. I think just get out there,
Get involved.
get involved. I know every place we've been, there are events. The park puts on some kind of events, a few events or whatever, and we've done Super Bowl parties or trick-or-treating or parades, yes.
Cookouts.
I mean, just bingo. It just goes on and on. And so I think that's the lesson right there, is that is part of this, right? You have the freedom and the time to get to know different people and
From all
out
over
there.
the country.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
From all over the country and sometimes all over the world. Living in a house, you have your neighbors, and don't get me wrong, good neighbors are great to have. Yeah, we had them when we owned our house, but this really is no different. Well, I guess it is different in that it changes. Your neighbors at your house, they generally don't change. People stay in houses for a long time. But every campground that you go to is going to be different. There's going to be different people from different parts of the country. And so just get out there and be involved.
Yeah.
And start up a conversation. People are more than willing to talk to you about all kinds of different things. So,
Yeah. Can you stop clicking that pen?
yeah.
Okay, cool. We've talked a little bit about this, just handling our personal space, because you're together all the time in 400 square feet or whatever, however many square feet. We haven't had an issue with it. We take time to do things separately. He'll go fishing, I go shopping, whatever, go get a pedicure, whatever it is. And he'll go sit outside. I'll go sit in the bedroom and read or watch TV in there. We just find those ways to kind of,
I don't really see the difference, to be honest with you,
It's-
between it and the house.
really,
I mean,
it is exactly the same.
I would go to the garage or go to the shop.
Exactly.
Or go in the backyard.
And I would go to the bedroom and watch TV or read.
So
It's exactly
it's
the
just
same.
it's just more square footage. You're just doing it in more square footage. That's
Yeah.
all you're doing.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. But it just hasn't been an issue with us. So it hasn't been a huge lesson. I think just being more cognitive about it and taking the time, or making sure you take time to have your own space if you need it, and that kind of thing. On a personal level, like, how do you think we've grown from this?
Can't say that I have, to be honest with you.
I think that is a point to make for this second year, that I think there's some things we need to do to grow our experiences a little bit.
Like what?
Like boondocking.
Oh,
I'm still on that.
yeah. Okay, you talking about that? All right.
Just trying some things that are a little different.
Yeah, but you need to be a little bit more prepared than what we are at right now for boondocking.
Well,
right?
okay, so if
So-
we boondock in a week and a half, we can prepare in a week and a half.
Yeah, no, I need more time than that. So I gotta work
Okay.
my way. I gotta work my way into that one.
I'm going to work on that. One big thing, I think, and I think you can say that I did well at, was letting go and getting rid of stuff when we moved from the house. Because that is hard. And it is really hard for a lot of people. It's not hard for you
No, it's not hard
at all.
at all.
But for me, it was. But I will tell you, once all of that stuff, all the clothes and furniture and gadgets and just mementos, all of that. Once that stuff, that weight of that stuff leaves you, it is the best feeling. And it is half the battle of feeling freeing, that freeing feeling to be able to go. Granted, we still have a storage building.
Yeah, 10 by 20. But if you
We
go,
could actually go down
you
now
go-
with Connor, all his stuff out.
yeah, we might can. So we will
Anyway,
see.
but we'll see.
I don't know if I want to move again,
Sure.
but yeah, you go from 2,700 square foot house and all the stuff that you have in it down to a 10 by 20 storage unit, and what we have in this RV, that's what we own.
Yeah. And we don't, I mean, it's fine. It's fine.
Perfectly fine.
So this was something that did not work well this past year, and we will fix it this year for sure. And it was the holidays. Both Thanksgiving and Christmas, but Christmas in particular was not good. Our daughter was in California, so her and her husband were not here with us. It was just us and our son Connor, and it just didn't feel right. So this year, they are all coming from California. We're going to do some things different, plan a little bit better, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it was a planning thing. It was a planning thing more, I believe, on our son's side than it was anything, but it is what it is. He's learned, we've learned, and it'll be better, right?
Yeah. So I think just like really just redefining home. Our kids are totally okay with not having the house to go back to. We did a video with our son Connor a while back, and we talked a little bit about that in that particular episode. It's just thinking differently about it. Home is where we're all together. And so they were totally fine with not having the house and just being able to come together in whatever space. But as long as we plan it, just do a better job.
You do a better
planning.
job planning. And I've already talked to him anyway. So,
This year's going to be good.
yeah.
It's going to be good. The other thing that I have to laugh because our friends and family are always surprised when they're like, what's the plan? What are y'all doing? We're like, we don't know. We don't, we'll see. We'll find out. We'll figure it out. We're planners. We've always been. And so I think that's been a big change that our family and friends have seen, and they always comment about it, is that they're like, Alan's okay with that? He's okay with, and I'm like, yep, he's fine with it. Like, we just do. We just decide what we're going to do and we just go. We spent our whole married life and our whole careers planning.
Yeah. And raising kids and doing the corporate thing or the government thing. And Ken's not quite there yet, but I am. I'm done. I'm just done with it. I used to go to bed at 9 o'clock every night. Every night. Every single night. Religiously. I didn't care if the Cowboys were playing. The good Lord himself could have come down and have a conversation with me. I'm going to bed at 9 o'clock. Now I don't go to bed till 10:30, 11, sometimes 11:45. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it.
One thing that we have had to figure out, and we're still kind of figuring out, is the mail.
Yeah, I don't really care for the mail.
That's been a struggle.
Yeah.
I'm
I don't think there's any real easy way to be
No,
honest with
I
you.
don't- I don't think so.
It's kind of going to be what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's expensive because by the time you get stuff sent to you,
Yeah. Let's explain a little bit. So initially we had a P.O. box in San Antonio. And so we would just go to the P.O. box once a week or every couple weeks, actually. We'd go and get all the mail from the P.O. box. Well, once we came to Colorado, we had to change that. And when we came to Colorado for the summer for the work camping and moving forward, so we have traveling mailbox. And it's fine. It's a little slow, I have noticed,
and expensive.
and it's expensive because you have to get them to maybe open the mail if you're not sure what it is. You only have so many scans and that kind of thing per month. And then if you need it, you've got to get it sent to you. we asked for something very important
Title
document,
for my boat, and it got lost.
lost, never saw it.
Yep.
And so now, once we get back to Texas, we're going to have to
Do a lost title on
go
the
through that
edit.
process.
Yeah. So
There's that kind of thing. The other thing I kind of worry about is if we need to finance anything, let's say we wanted to buy a new RV and we needed to finance part of it or whatever, that's a struggle too.
yeah, we'd use Connor's address.
Yeah, but I think it's helpful to have maybe a family
Member that's
Member.
okay with that.
or a
Get,
good friend or whatever.
receiving a piece of mail every now and then
Yeah.
or whatever.
Maybe your kids, you can mooch off your kids
Yeah.
since they mooched off of you for so long. That's another little struggle. Or I didn't think it was going to be a big deal, and it's not as great as I would like it.
No.
Now, receiving packages hasn't really been that big of a deal.
No, but you're using Amazon. I mean,
Well, not all the time.
yeah, for the most part. But I mean, that never really changes at all.
So, looking forward to our next year, are we going to continue another year?
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Absolutely.
Yeah, either that or go buy another house.
No, I'm not ready.
Yeah.
I'm not ready.
Not saying that I won't ever be ready, but right now, no. I mean, we're good. We got everything we need. Really anything that we want, and don't pay taxes. No homeowners insurance.
No.
Nothing. So,
No yard work.
which that's changed also. So we won't do the tax thing anymore anyway. So,
Yeah,
But-
that's another
yeah.
conversation. Now, the work camping thing. So we are continuing to do the work camping thing, and that will play into how we're doing our thing. Alan is officially retired, but he needs something to do.
Yeah, I can't sit here all day. The work camping for me is twofold. It pays for a spot and it keeps me busy. Otherwise, I'd just be going crazy. But I would do the same thing at the house. If I had a house, I couldn't stay in a 1,500 square foot house or a 25 or a 35 or a 4,500 square foot house all day long doing nothing.
Yeah.
That's just not gonna fly. So,
I'm too young for that.
So yeah, it's twofold for me on that front. That's why I do it.
We're going back to Texas for another work camping gig, and then we'll see. We
Yeah.
have some plans in the works, hopefully,
Yeah.
and we'll see how that
The
pans
plan
out.
is to come back here, right? But a lot can happen between now and next May. So we'll see.
My job,
Yeah, her job,
other opportunities.
other opportunities.
thing.
And so we just want to keep everything open, maybe different parts of the country or whatever. So we'll just let it play out and go wherever we want to go. And that's the glory of it.
That's right. So I think our first year's been pretty good.
I would say successful. I mean, yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Do you think that anybody, our like family, do you think they thought that we would make it 1 year?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. But they also didn't think we'd be married past 7 years.
It was 5. We wouldn't
Five.
be married past 5 years.
Whatever,
So we're just going to keep going. This is a great lifestyle for us.
For us.
Yes, but we highly encourage it. If you're considering it, make the leap. If nothing else, you don't necessarily have to sell everything. Just go off for a month or 2 months at a time and try it out and see how you like it.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. And everybody does it differently, and that's cool. Everybody does it differently.
Yeah. Can't all be the same. Be pretty boring.
Yeah. I think that wraps up this episode about our 1 year wrap up.
1 year wrap up. Yeah. Yeah.
And just like that, another journey comes to a close on 99 Adventures. So here's to RV life, tasty meals, and the adventures still waiting for us.
That's right. Bye, guys.
Bye. Enjoy your next adventure, and bon appetit.